A Crate Club unboxing on GBGuns. That's a little weird. We're going to take a look inside one of these boxes, and I'm going to tell you what I think about these subscription gear kits. Coming up next on GBGuns. So there's a few of these type box clubs out there. You sign up for monthly, or in this case quarterly, pay a certain amount and get stuff sent to you. Kind of a fun idea, especially if you're not sure what kind of gear to get, or you're interested in just trying new things, or you're getting into the tactical lifestyle, if you will, but don't have good guidance. Prices vary quite a bit. These folks, Crate Club, start, I believe, at $50 a quarter, their quarterly shipments, and go all the way up to this box, their general level, which is $400 a quarter. That's a big chunk of change to take a gamble on what you get. Personally, I haven't had interest or need to get into this stuff, but that's because after 15 years of time in the Army and going to 2 different wars, I have a pretty good idea what kind of gear I like and don't. And between all the training I've been to, I've also learned what kind of gear is gimmicky and what you really need. So I've left it to myself to decide what to get. Crate Club reached out to us and said, hey, would you like to try one of our boxes? I said, yeah, but I don't do affiliate deals, which took kind of a pause. As you may have noticed, there's never any magic special links or coupon codes unless I specifically tell you what they're for, that we put out. We're not here to make profit off of you, the viewers. We're just here to show you some stuff. Crate Club said, cool, we can send you this box. I said, all right. It got here rather quickly. This is actually the box they sent out last October to their subscribers, one of their leftovers. So let's get in it and see what all a $400 shipment. Now, spoiler alert, I've already gone through and priced this stuff out, and the collective value of this box is well over $400. How much of it is useful, that really comes down to you. Opening the box, you get this nice guide, well printed out, that explains what all the things are in here, and briefly a little bit about them. And I gotta say, I'm impressed. I think I'm gonna end up using most of this. First off, 3 things that I could not price out because they are sub-branded to be Crate Club, but some basic mag pouches with the paracord tensioner over them, running for the Molly webbing type loop deal, which very cool, always useful. That's never a complaint. 3 of those. I'm going to go least interesting to most interesting for me. Next were 2 of these tripwire setups. Pardon the noise that the crunchy plastic makes, but these are a heavy-duty steel tripwire setup for running with 22 blanks, I believe. You can see it's spring-loaded, and there's a point down there that I'm sure it drops in to activate. No projectiles happening, just the blank going off and hitting into there. These tend to use those nail gun blanks, which are 22 cal, so really available. Harmless, but makes enough noise to alert you. That's kind of cool. Full instructions, of course, included. 2 of those. Then we've got one of the Lula loaders for the AR-15. Help load or unload mags. These are a pretty neat deal. Slaps on the top of the magazine. You move the lever back and forth as it toggles and pushes down to be a little quicker to load or unload. Loading a double stack, double feed magazine like the AR doesn't really require one of these. Unloading, however, this can be a thumb saver, so I appreciate that. Then we've got Hot Snot Fire Lube in a tube. Fast, clean fire. This seems like a cool thing to have as a survival kit, or even maybe camping, especially somewhere like where I am in the Northwest, where stuff's often damp. So nice to have a little flammable quick fire starter in there. Curious about how long this burns for. You know, what can it help me start, basically. It says to put it over several pieces of wood. So it's basically like a gelatinized fire starter. And if that is to go awry, there is a nice, very portable. I mean, this doesn't weigh too much, easy to carry in the backpack. Fire suppression device. I noticed it says do not use on electrical fires. I did not see the rating symbols that I was used to seeing on European fire extinguishers. So I looked these guys up, and I want to say it was A, B, C, D, and K type fires, all on this one canister, which is pretty handy. Now, if you've never actually practiced with a fire extinguisher, a can this size is only going to get you one burst or two, so you really want to know what you're doing and be aiming well. It's something that requires studying and knowing your device before you use it. When I looked up the pricing on these, they were sold in 25 packs, which makes sense why they're in here. Then from Pitbull Tactical, a universal mag carrier. I haven't opened this one up yet. So it's a rather simple design. It's basically a clamshell, two pieces with a plastic clip back here, and that gray part is rubber to stretch over. So let's take random single stack mag. That's a CZ52 mag. Fits in and retains. And we've got a double stack mag here. This is from a Mossberg. And it fed nice. Ooh, definitely pops out nice. That tension actually helps kind of kick it in your hand once you start pulling it out. It's not a bad system. That's pretty cool. I hadn't seen these before. So excited about having that. Now we're getting into the juicy stuff, right? A hex drive toolkit, which is nice sleeved, has a magnet and a clip. Very portable. Pushes up the front. There we are. And we've got plenty of bits in there. And our steel tube. Does that serve as the driver, I'm assuming? You guys are kind of discovering this as I am, so that's going to take some work to get those out. So, obviously you got to know your tool before you expect to use it. And I don't know this one yet, but that is a pretty compact, handy little bit driver. The SIG Romeo MSR, standard red dot, 20mm lenses. This closed style of red dot has been picking up in popularity as people realize that well, dirt happens, and so open dots aren't always the best. And this is of course sealed by SIG, so I can't get into it yet. I bet the CRKT can help. From Columbia River Knife and Tool, Northwest Company. This is pretty cool. What's this one called? Provoke. Kind of a karambit looking thing. Now this one I actually played with ahead of time because, well, any type of different style of knife you definitely want to learn. All it takes is a little push for that to pop out, and redeploying it, pushing back on here, and that will bring the knife back in. With a little bit of wrist flick, it pops out to a nice little claw, and that'll get us into our SIG. So I priced this stuff out to see what kind of value you're getting, and the only items that I couldn't really confirm on were of course the trip flares, or trip wire activators, for lack of a better word, and the mag patches themselves. So excluding those, even with these things now down around $100, this box was worth $436. So exceeded the $400 price you pay for it. See-through lens on there. Does that pop up, I assume? Yeah, it's on there tight. There we go. Night vision ratings, and now I've got thumbprints on the lens protector, which kind of defeats the point of it being clear. But anyways, the box exceeded the asking price, so I'm satisfied with that. I think almost all of this is immediately useful to me. Some of it might go in the camping gear pile, but otherwise, pretty good box. I don't have any real solid, legitimate complaints to give about it. If this is something you're interested in, from this experience sample size of 1, I think the Crate Club is a smart choice. This is all decent gear. Even basics like these nylon pouches, it's always a question of what kind of quality it's going to be. One of the things that sets Crate Club apart from others is they've got SEALs and special operations guys running it, risking their name on it. So I would like to think that they're not going to take the chance that these are a Walmart variety knockoff, that the stitching's actually going to be decent on them and it's going to hold up over time. It's even got, oh, this is lined on the inside. That's nice to keep it smooth. See, a touch like that is something that a lot of knockoffs wouldn't have. It's a little bit rubberized. That's going to add a little bit of adhesion to help hold your mags in there. So the Crate Club so far seems pretty good. I'm really curious to hear from you guys if this is the stuff that you guys have been quietly wanting to see, if this is stuff that you've quietly already been customers of and consumers of, or not. This is my first time trying one of these things, and I gotta say, this would have been 400 in and 436 plus, let's say, what, put these around 20 bucks, that's another 60. Well, now we're at 496. These, guessing maybe around 20, and we're easily looking over $500 haul of all genuinely useful stuff that seems to be pretty good quality, including some neat things like this that I hadn't seen or heard of before. So, props to Crate Club. I'd say this is a good crate. I'd say it's worth it. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Also, let me know if you'd like to continue seeing these. I'm happy to show you what comes and maybe some uses. If there's any of this that you want to see tested, be happy to do that as well. This hot snot I'm really curious about. That in combination with the extinguisher might be necessary. That's a Crate Club. GBGuns, unpaid, unbiased, just checking it out review. Thanks for watching.